See, this is what I'm talking about. Folks trying to be nosy. You just trying to be nosy. But hey you guys, welcome back to another video on my channel. Today we are in the car with it. I'm so scared because I'm like, people might be looking at me, but I really don't care because I gotta get it how I get it. You know, I just got off of work. I was like, I might as well record my video now because I know once I get home, like, I'm not gonna want to do it. So I was like, okay, let me just get it done now. So today's video, we're gonna be talking about confidence. We're gonna be talking about what is confidence? What is confidence to you? Well, really, what is confidence to me? Bro, I feel so weird because people just like passing by. But okay, what is confidence to me? And how did I become confident? Because I wasn't always a confident person. And what you can do to become confident, or tips that you can do to become confident. Granted, this is my experience and these are my tips. Everybody is different and everybody, you know, works differently when it comes to confidence. But for me, these are things that I've done that has allowed me to become a more confident person. So with further ado, let's get into the video. All right, so what is confidence to me? I got my little book here because if I don't have a book that I write down things, I am going to be all over the place. So I need to have some type of structure. So I just have my pointers down. So when I am talking, I could always look down and be like, okay, this is where I'm at. Because I'm telling you, I will go all over the place if this is not, you know, in my vicinity. Okay, so what is confidence? Okay, for me, confidence is somebody that is being themselves. Like, they don't care what people think about them. They're being their true self no matter what. So for instance, say you got, y'all get ready for this terrible behind example I'm about to give. Just watch Bob and you got Jim, and Bob is being himself, but Jim see Bob and like, ooh, you know, Bob, the way Bob move, I like that, let me change up myself to be like Bob. So now Jim not being himself, so I feel like you lack confidence. We're all special. We all have different qualities, different traits, and we should like embrace that. That should be what make us different, and that should be what make us, you know, stand out. And a lot of times with society, people don't want to stand out. They all want to be the same. They all want to be gray, and nobody want to be that one white in the gray. So it's like, I feel like I love when a person is just being themselves, being true to themselves. You know, if you don't like red, show out. Hey, don't go ahead and say, oh, let me like red because everybody else like red. No, you embrace that red that you don't like and keep it pushing. That is one thing that people, well, I don't know if it's people, but I love about a person when I see that, okay, they're not sitting up here trying to be like everybody else. They don't care what other people think. They're going to be themselves.
When you show out, you step out, and you in a room full of people, and people just be like, oh yeah, it's something about her that's different. Oh yeah, she don't care what people think. She just about to do her.
That's what I believe confidence is. Okay, I got to look at the book. All right. I wasn't always confident. My 12th grade year of high school, I really lost my confidence. Because I put my worth and I put like who I was and how I view myself in somebody else. So I was, you know, dating this guy, and it was just too much. Like, it was too much going on. It was just too much going on. You know, I wasn't really treated how I was supposed to be treated. Now I know that, like, girl, you was not treated how you supposed to be treated. But back then it was like, okay, this is my first little fling. You know, I don't really know the ins and outs. I don't really know it. I had to learn it for myself. So so with that being said, it was a lot of things that he did that, you know, really like brought down my confidence. You start to feel like, what's wrong with me? Why is this person not treating me how I want him to treat me? Is it because of me? Is it something that I did? You know, am I pretty enough? Okay, now that I'm a little older and a little bit more wiser, I definitely know that, being pretty is not all that there is to, somebody liking you. It's definitely deeper than that, but okay, I was in high school. Is my personality good enough? Like all these different things you start thinking, because it's like, why is this person not, treating me how I want him to treat me? So that was rule number one. Rule number one is, don't put your confidence in somebody else. Okay, you are worthy, you are beautiful, you are perfect, like you are that girl. Okay, so don't put your confidence in somebody else. When you put your confidence in somebody else, they have the ability to dictate if you feel good about yourself or if you feel bad about yourself. They have the ability to dictate that. And why should somebody else have the ability to dictate you? Like, if that makes sense. So do not put your confidence in other people. Step back for a minute and realize who you are. Know who you are before you get into a relationship with somebody. And if you don't know who you are, and if you can't love yourself before being with somebody else, that means you don't need to be with nobody. You don't need to be with nobody, okay? If you cannot love yourself and look at yourself and be like, I don't need nobody, I'm beautiful, I'm worthy, I'm amazing, before the person, then you need to hold on. Just wait a minute. Your time is going to come. Trust me. You don't have to jump into a relationship to find that confidence. You don't have to jump into a relationship to be loved. You have to love yourself first. And I never really understood that, because let me tell you something. Older people and just people in general, they be trying to put us on to things and we don't be listening. People always said this from the beginning of time, that you have to love yourself before somebody else can love you. And it's like, I never really understood that. But now I realize that that's so true. Like, how is somebody supposed to tell you that you're amazing, that you're beautiful, that you're smart, whatever might be a positive thing? How can somebody tell you something like that and you don't even believe that for yourself? And you don't even think that for yourself. You got to see it before, you have to see it before anybody else see it. Yeah, other people can see it, but if you don't see it, it don't really matter. You feel me? If you don't see it, it don't really matter. So that was basically a little story of just saying that, I was trying to find my confidence in another person. I wanted validation from him. You cannot rely on somebody else to give you confidence. You have to get it first before anything. Tips on how to be confident. First, this is what I do. I start off in the morning and I tell myself everything that I am. I am successful. Well, I will be successful. I already said I am successful, because, honey, that's coming. I am successful. I am great. I am beautiful. I am smart. I am disciplined. I tell myself all these I ams because I wanted to register in my brain that this is who I am, and I am nothing less than that. So I always do daily affirmations, because that just I'm a type of person where I need to speak to myself a lot to keep myself in high spirits. So I'm always telling myself positive things. Remember, what you feed your brain, it will show in your actions, and it will show in what you believe. So if you feed your brain positive thoughts like, I am beautiful, I am successful, I am worthy, that is going to program in your brain, right? And once it programs in your brain, then you'll start to believe it. It's all about believing what you say. So if you start to say, I am terrible, I am unworthy, I am ugly, like whatever. If you start telling yourself that, you're going to believe it. It's the power of the mind. Control your mind. And I'm telling you, control your mind and you really have control of yourself. Also, treat yourself. Take self-care. Take yourself out on a date. Spend alone time with yourself. I'm in a season of singleness, and I am perfectly fine being in this season. This is how I used to operate. I honestly used to operate where it was I couldn't be alone. I always needed somebody to be, to talk to, whether it was, a friend. Mostly, it was guys that I would just text, here and there. I always felt like I needed to text somebody. I prayed about this, and I talked to God about this, and I dedicated a year to myself of just focusing on myself, not texting nobody, like not trying to talk to no guys, getting to know no guys on no deep level. Friendship is okay, but I don't even want that. Like I'm just okay with myself, and I'm focused on just worrying about myself and me.
It's okay to just really love yourself, treat yourself, go on dates with yourself, self-care, take care of yourself.
Taking yourself on nail days. I love to get my nails done. Just doing things that's gonna make me feel good about myself. I feel like confidence really comes from within. So if you get within correct, then you should be okay. My main tip would be to really put positive words in your head. Positive. I mean every minute, every second. Sam, you are beautiful. Sam, you are worthy. Sam, you are amazing. Every single time your brain starts to say, girl, you can't do that. Girl, you will never get that. You will never get to that level of success. Girl, you will never be that person. Girl, when that starts to happen, you start to be like, girl, I will get to that level of success. Girl, I am beautiful. You start, every single time a negative thought, you gotta hit that negative thought with that positive thought. Always. Number one rule is to hit that negative thought with that positive thought. And eventually over time, since it's training your brain, it's programming your brain, you gonna start to be like, you gonna start to feel like this. Like, you can't nobody say nothing about you. Can't nobody touch you at this point, because you just have it in the bag. And you can't really care what people think about you. You got to know who you are. Because once you know who you are and you stand firm on who you are, girl, what people say about you, it's like in one ear out the other. Like, did somebody say something? Because I didn't hear anything. Like, for real, you got to be like that in this society, in this world, because people want to see you down bad. They want to see you, not love yourself. They want to see you think that you can't do something. They want to see you be down bad. Over here, ain't nobody down bad. Nobody's going to be down bad on my channel, because we're working towards being our greater self, being our best version of ourselves. So that's not happening. You have to know who you are and stand firm on who you are. Don't let nobody change who you believe that you are. Embrace the things that you don't feel confident about. Show those things more. For me, I started to become very insecure about my forehead, because it was like people kept on telling me about it. They're like, you got a big head. And it's like, okay, like, it never really registered to me. Even now, I do know that I have a big head, but it's like, okay, this is something that God has blessed me with, and this can't stop. This ain't gonna stop me. Like, okay, I got a big head. What's next? I can't do nothing about it. Embrace that. Embrace that. And you see what the funny thing is? I never really cared. Until people started saying things about my forehead. That's when I cared, and that confidence level went down. So that's what I'm saying. You have to realize you can't care what people think about you, because people will have you in depression. People will have you sad because they want to put their 2 cents into your life, into what you look like. Embrace your forehead. Embrace the way your lips look. Embrace the way your nose look. Who cares? Who cares? Like, that's what sets you apart. That's what makes you different. And that's what it is, okay? Like, girl, bye. That was my tips. That's what I believe confidence is. I told my little story about, how my confidence kind of went away. But, I knew something had to change, because, I can't be walking around here being an unconfident person. Like, how am I going to sit up here and be a voice of people if I can't even, improve the things that I know should be better? So that was my 1, 2, 3 on that. Okay, people trying to walk fast. That was my little spiel on what what confidence is to me. If you guys like this video, like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you believe confidence is. What is confidence to you? I want to know, because everybody has different views on what confidence is. So I would love to know.
Thank you guys for watching my channel. I will see you in the next video. Bye.